晚上好。首先我要承认前总理霍克总理先生，那个国会议员议长安娜贝女士，那个国会国防书记和参议员的费利先生，维多利亚工党领袖Daniel Andrews 先生。Daniel Andrews 肯定是下一次的维多利亚州的州长，是吗？Might have said to the next Premier Victoria that she get to know you very well. 国会议员 Mike Simon 先生，墨尔本选区工党候选人 Catherine Bertel 女士，那个 Ashton 选区工党候选人 Rupert Evans 先生 ，Rupert 你在哪儿？请站起来。我们在 Dunkley 的那个选区的候选人，他今天晚上在吗？宋一敏，中华人民共和国总领事，驻墨尔本总领事宋一敏先生，谢谢您已经给我们发表的演讲。女士们、先生，晚上好。你知道中国有传统的说法，天不怕地不怕，仍然怕陆客文继续说中国话。朋友已经描写我最近政治的生涯，说，我已经再次当做国家总理，他们说的对。但是我研究谁？我研究了邓小平的说法，也做法，三起三落，是什么？I was acknowledging the observations made before about my return to the Prime Ministership. I said I'd studied the career of Deng Xiaoping, who had a famous saying which said, if you rise 3 times, if you fall 3 times, you will rise 3 times. And so I think that's a maxim for all of us in politics. 那个霍克前总理最近也发表了演讲，也描写我们澳大利亚工党对于我们双边关系的贡献。Bob Hawke has described the contribution historically of the Labour Party to the bilateral relationship between China and Australia. 霍克总理他说的对，完全对。为什么呢？不管是40年代、50年代、60年代、70年代、80年代、90年代，或者最近呢，最大的双边关系的改善的贡献都是我们工党政府的。霍克总理在我们双边关系，他肯定是一个双边关系的舵手。I said, Bob, that you are the great helmsman of the Australia-China relationship. 不管是那个霍克总理、惠特拉姆总理或者基丁总理，他们一直重视中澳双边关系，因此给我们国家带来很大的一种帮忙。Whether it's Prime Minister Whitlam, Prime Minister Hawke, or Prime Minister Keating, the contribution to the Australia-China relationship has been historically significant for our country. 我本人，我第一次到中国去是1984年。I first went to China back in 1984. 我开始学习中文的时候，那就是1976年，当时毛主席还活着。When I first started studying Chinese back in 1976, Chairman Mao was still alive. 我们在澳洲上了大学，开始学习汉语的时候，我们的课本都是文化大革命的，有许多的阶级斗争的内容。The textbooks we used for our study of Chinese back in those days were all straight from the Cultural Revolution. I learned a lot about class struggle. 但是1984年我到中国去，在我们澳洲驻华使馆工作。澳洲那个1984年到现在为止，我已经100多次到中国去访问。I said since 1984 when I first went to China to now, I've visited China around about 100 times. 中国到现在为止给我带来很深刻的影响。 China has given a deep impression into my life and my career. 对于我们双边关系的未来来讲，我要重视4点。第一点就是这样子，在澳洲，我们澳大利亚工党一直重视多元文化的一个社会。First thing I emphasize about the Australian Labor Party's contribution to China is that we're the party constantly in support of a multicultural Australia. 其次，我们澳大利亚工党我们一直重视教育政策，我们应该在澳洲有第一流的学校。为什么呢？华人也特别重视教育以及照顾他们的小孩。Second, the Australian Labor Party has always emphasised the importance of education, and knowing Chinese civilization well, education is emphasised by Chinese families. 第三呢，我们澳洲工党政府也特别重视我们双边的生意。The Australian Labor government has always promoted the bilateral commercial relationship between our two countries. 最后呢，我们最近也重视了那个双边的自由贸易协定的谈判。And most recently, fourthly, we have worked very hard on the free trade relationship between Australia and China. 最后呢，我就是这样说的。我本人对于那个澳洲跟中国的双边关系的未来，我觉得非常乐观。To conclude, towards the future of the Australia-China relationship, I am a 100% optimist. 为什么呢？我认为我们两个国家的政府，两个国家的人民，我们有同样的长期的远见。The reason I believe that, the reason I'm an optimist, is because I believe our two peoples, our two governments, also have a long-term vision of working together. 因此，下一次的澳洲的选举，全国选举是非常重要的。Because of this, the next Australian election is going to be very important indeed. 如果你们在座的中国朋友们喜欢我们澳洲工党政府继续当做澳洲全国政府呢，我需要中国朋友们的支持。If our Chinese friends in Australia want the Australian Labor government to be re-elected, we need your support. 我们需要各方面的支持，在每个选区，在我们党支部以及全国的，我们需要你们的支持。We need your support in each of our constituencies. We need your support in our state branches. We need your support nationally as well. 众所周知，现在在澳大利亚那个中国华人快要超过100万人。There are now nearly 1 million Chinese living in Australia. 华人未来的重要性越来越大。Chinese Australians in the future will play a greater and greater role in our country. 比方讲，最近我宣布了我们在悉尼一个重要的选区，我们工党的候选人是李义先先生 Jason Lee， 他是联邦国会第一个华人当做我们工党的候选人。过了那个下一次的选举，我也相信他也当做下一次的澳洲国会议员。对中国的华人，我觉得是一个很大的一种荣幸。As a concrete example, I said that in the seat of Bennelong in Sydney, the candidate I endorsed just recently as the Australian Labor candidate is Jason Yatsen Lee, Li Yixian. He will therefore be the first candidate for the Australian Labor Party for the Australian Federal Parliament. This will be an honour for the Parliament and the honour for all Chinese Australians. 最后呢，我就是这样说了，选举是一种比赛，对不对？一方面是我们工党，另外一方面是保守党。关于那个多元文化政策， 我们是最好的党派。关于那个教育方面的政策，我们也是最好的党派。对于中澳关系的未来，我们也是最好的党派。谢谢大家。My conclusion was this: an election is a competition between two sets of ideas. On the question of a multicultural Australia, our history demonstrates that the Australian Labor Party is the best party in this country. On the question of education in this country, our party, the Labor Party, has been the best party in this country's history. And for the future of the Australia-China relationship, the Australian Labor Party will continue to be the best party for Australia's future. I thank you one and all.